What is going on, everyone? It is DylanLasagna, host of the Very Cold Lasagna. Welcome back to the channel. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I was up on a Friday night. I don't know what I wanted to do, so I turned on Smackdown, and I skimmed through parts of it, and for some reason I just came up to my head and said, you know what, why don't I just do a random review of Smackdown. So for once in my life, we're gonna review Smackdown. This is the February 26th edition, 2021 of Friday Night Smackdown on Fox. Yeah, the Joe Buck Network. So we pretty much got a lineup of only two things that were advertised. Fallout from the Elimination Chamber, and which featured Edge selecting Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, as his champion of choice to face at WrestleMania 37. So good for Edge. But the Tribal Chief is coming for that ass. And they announced Friday on Twitter that Women's Royal Rumble winner Bianca Belair, the other Royal Rumble winner, was going to make her decision on who she would face, either Raw Women's Champion Asuka or the SmackDown Women's Champion that she's been encountering with, Sasha Banks, for WrestleMania. So I'm like, that's interesting. Bianca's just gonna pick, unlike Edge, who went and speared Roman Reigns. That's interesting. So we start the show with Roman Reigns addressing the events from Sunday, where he got speared by Edge immediately after his match with Daniel Bryan. Being the Tribal Chief that he is, the true hero of WWE, he boasts about being the top dog on SmackDown, and rightfully so. He's been carrying that show. He's been holding that torch up since he has ever come back in the summer of last year. He then turned his attention to Edge and warned him that despite being a good father, and that's the key thing that I brought up a couple weeks ago, that they're gonna start bringing family into this feud, and they did so right here. He didn't need to go after Roman, and if he persisted, he would get hurt. So Daniel Bryan, for some reason, came out and called out Roman Reigns' cowardly tactics. And how dare Daniel Bryan call out Roman Reigns for that? Cowardly. How dare he use such accusations? And he proceeded to challenge Roman Reigns to a fair, no qualifier, as I have it in quotes, a title match at Fastlane. But Jay Uso told him to go to the back of the line, where he deservedly deserves to go. So I can't speak today for some reason. Roman Reigns warned him to do so as well, and he threatened him if he wanted to get hurt again. After all of that, did he really want to get hurt again? He questioned that. So Jay Uso attacked him from behind, and he literally just threw him into the Thunderdome crowd. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the opening segment. And my initial thought was, damn, Daniel Bryan literally just got yeeted into the Thunderdome crowd by Jay Uso, of all people. And I'm just wondering. So Daniel Bryan gets beat by Roman Reigns, yes, albeit right after the Elimination Chamber match, but he also gets yeeted by Jay Uso into the Thunderdome crowd, and gets out-promoted by Roman Reigns. So the Smarks and really want to see Daniel Bryan shoehorned into the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania. Are you serious? Are you for real? Does he really want to get hurt by the Tribal Chief? Does he really want to piss him off again? And to be honest with you, what has Daniel Bryan himself done since his Planet's Champion, the vegan champion gimmick, back in 2018? What has he done since then? You know, nothing much really. So all I can say is, right now, it's over. The Yes Movement is dead. The Yes Movement, revived or not, it's dead. It's in the past. Let's move on. Here. So we got Daniel Bryan versus Jay Uso in the main event, and if Bryan won, he would get a Universal title match at Fastlane, but it would also scrap a tag team match that Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, Paul Heyman, and Edge himself would be teasing all night, and that tag team match was Daniel Bryan and Edge going up against Roman Reigns and Jay Uso. So everyone was teasing that all night, especially because of the fact that if Daniel Bryan won, that tag match would be scrapped in favor of a Universal Championship match between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. And I agree with Edge in the segment immediately following the opener. Like, Edge was questioning, why is Daniel Bryan getting a title shot when literally I won the Royal Rumble? Good thinking, Edge. Good thinking. Unfortunately for Daniel Bryan, he did not win, nor did he lose. So he technically won on a double countout. He did not escape a brutal beatdown by the true hero of the WWE, Roman Reigns. He got choked out again by the guillotine, and Roman Reigns stood tall. Let me repeat it one more time. WWE, please do not shoehorn in Daniel Bryan into a major title match again. It was fine for WrestleMania 30 because fans really wanted to see it. I mean, not all fans. Like, I know some casuals didn't want to see it, but mainly internet fans and I guess some casuals wanted to see it. When Daniel Bryan wanted to have his moment at WrestleMania 30, but Daniel Bryan's momentum has considerably cooled off. He's putting a lot of people over. He's lost a lot of matches frequently. So why exactly does Daniel Bryan deserve to be in the world title scene again? I mean, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just wondering why. I'm wondering why. He's like got no gimmick, no character. His promos are literally not as good as his vegan like gimmick in 2018, or even like his prime in 2013 and 14 with his Yes Movement run. I'm just saying. Keep it between Edge and Roman, and WWE should seriously start building on that because they didn't have a great start on that at SmackDown on Friday. Other things that happened on the show, which was filler pretty much. Apparently, Otis is now the heel. Yeah, y'all remember Otis from Heavy Machinery? I know casuals don't. So apparently Otis is now a villain because Chad Gable brainwashed him with his athletic training bullshit. They defeated the Mysterios, Rey and Dominic in a tag team rematch from last week, and I'm just wondering why exactly did they break up Otis and Tucker again? So we also had Apollo Crews going up against Shinsuke Nakamura. Apollo Crews is also apparently a heel too, because he viciously attacked Intercontinental Champion Big E last week, and he literally just dropped a pair of steel steps onto Big E, like little just duped onto Big E's lifeless body. So I'm like, damn, okay. So Apollo came into new ring gear, has the same music as before. I think he should kind of change that. It doesn't really match his whatever he's going for. And speaking of what he's going for, he actually has a little bit of a gimmick now, which is what he's been lacking for the last couple of years, ever since he's been on the main roster. His new gimmick consists of, like, you know, living up to his Nigerian descent, living up to his great grandfather's, you know, potential, his legacy. And he has this scarf that represents three things: wealth, power, and dominance. So that's the three things he stands for. And he talked in this like Black Panther-ish accent, which was kind of decent, and I thought it was kind of cool. So I think that was the thing that's been missing from Apollo Crews, like some character, you know. And again, that's the thing you have to have if you want casuals to care about you as a wrestler: character, personality, charisma. Apollo Crews finally has that, but again, keep on working on it, and maybe I'll get sold on you. Then we got Liv Morgan versus Tamina, and why are they still trying to make Tamina a thing? And now she's paired with Natalya. Why are you trying to make this a thing in 2021? Please stop. And then we had Bianca Belair selecting her champion of choice for WrestleMania, and they just they dragged this on, even though we know what was gonna happen, who she was gonna choose. And I don't know why they had Carmella's butler there, Reginald. Before I spoil what's gonna happen here, like, why is Reginald still involved in this thing? Like, what? Why is he getting in this story between Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks? Yeah, eventually Bianca and Sasha win this back and forth before Bianca said, "I'm pointing at the WrestleMania sign and choosing your ass to face at WrestleMania, Sasha." And they had this little photo op where Sasha's holding the title and Bianca's pointing at the WrestleMania sign like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get your title because I'm the best, the BEST at WrestleMania." I don't know. I'm not completely sold on this match. I kind of like the idea of Bianca winning the Royal Rumble, but I'm just not sold on this match between Sasha and Bianca at WrestleMania, because, well, I just don't know yet. Like, I want to know why Bianca wants to win it so bad, and, well, Sasha, for reasons. And again, why is Reginald here? Why is he still part of the story? Unless they're trying to get Carmella involved. And for as sexy, as hot as Carmella is, I don't think they need to add her in here. It's gonna piss off both sides of the internet wrestling community, the casuals, the core, the hardcore fans. Leave Carmella out of this, please. If you want to have Carmella in this story, let her have a match at Fastlane against Sasha Banks. Like, don't get her involved at WrestleMania. Let it be between Sasha and Bianca. If the match flops, it flops. Let it flop at WrestleMania. But if it succeeds, it succeeds between Sasha and Bianca. Let the success or failure dictate at Mania. So it's official. Bianca Belair is facing Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania. So we also had Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin going up against the Street Profits. I didn't care, but I guess the Street Profits are trying to work their way back up to get the SmackDown Tag Team titles from I think it's Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, who haven't been on TV in like weeks. And then Cesaro confronted Seth Rollins, and they're heading towards a WrestleMania match. Seth Rollins is trying to get Cesaro to embrace his vision, whatever it is. Speaking of Seth Rollins, why are they trying to use his Burn It Down theme song when it doesn't really match his Messiah gimmick? Like, why? It doesn't match at all. It really doesn't. It's like Rising or Messiah gimmick that goes da, 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 da. You know, the one that sounds like Bailey's current theme, right? It doesn't match with his the Burn It Down theme song doesn't match his character at all right now. So is it like his gimmick, whatever it is, like in limbo right now, in like purgatory? Is that what we're trying to go for here? I don't know. Yeah, that was SmackDown for you. I thought it was just average, below average this week, and I'm just being generous. I'm really being generous here when I say it was below average, because the only thing saving the show was, as always, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and I guess Apollo Crews was a highlight too, with him finally having a character and all. But I want to see more. I want to see more of Apollo Crews' new gimmick as the weeks go by. And again, as long as he commits to it, as long as WWE Creative commits to it, then I could be invested. Given it succeeds, then I could be sold on it. And like I said on the Elimination Chamber review episode of the podcast, go check that out. This road to WrestleMania is garbage. It really is. Like, if I need to emphasize it more like I did on the Elimination Chamber review episode, then I certainly will right now, because the only match that has potential to be both good in the ring and in terms of promos, stories, is the Universal Championship match. Edge versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns already started, like, kinda, by bringing up Edge being a good father, and he doesn't want to hurt him, but if he persists that he will. That was kind of a good start, but WWE didn't expand on it, you know, have Edge confront Roman Reigns. Like, why didn't they interact with each other or something like that? And it doesn't help matters when creative is trying its best by teasing Daniel Bryan getting involved in the title picture when he doesn't need to. It doesn't need to happen. This is not 2014 when the Yes movement was at its peak. The No movement, it's at its peak when Daniel Bryan is at his lowest right now. Then you got Sasha Banks versus Bianca, official for Mania, but again, we got so many glowing question marks, like how is WWE gonna keep fans excited for that match? And is either one of them going to turn heel? I don't think so, and I don't think they should, but then again, you never know. Again, the big thing is, how are they gonna keep fans excited for this match? How are they gonna hype them up? What are they gonna do here? We literally got several weeks away till Mania. You can't literally have a contract signing or keep them away from each other for weeks. I mean, unless you have Carmella be involved in the story till like Fastlane and then start building on Sasha Bianca. That's probably what they're gonna do. Or maybe even worse, they shoehorn in Carmella and make it a triple threat, which would suck ass. And then there's literally no direction for anything else because yeah, there's just no sense of what matches are gonna fill both nights. Because yeah, WrestleMania 37, in case you don't know yet, is 2 nights just like last year. Except this time, it's in front of live fans and in a big ass stadium where Tom Brady literally just won the Super Bowl in his home stadium, literally. So how is WWE gonna fill up matches for 2 nights? Quality matches, mind you. I don't know. It's gonna be very hard to do when you literally have a pay-per-view that's 3 weeks before WrestleMania. But not a very good start with the midway point of Mania season, and that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. But what do you guys think about SmackDown this week, February 26th, 2021? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button or smash this dislike button. Let me know your thoughts all about SmackDown. I just hope it's better next week. That's if I tune in to watch. Even some of the highlights. We'll see. We'll see if I want to tune into SmackDown, because honestly, watching SmackDown like through YouTube or like even like at 1.5 speed in full, it's a chore. It's really a chore. But anyway, that was my random SmackDown review for Friday's episode. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below, and keep that lasagna very cold in the fridge with your casual cold takes on the world of sports. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.